to 90 miles an hour and even over 100 miles an hour in one or two spots in northern Wales and northern England. No wonder we saw widespread storm damage and major travel disruption. Now, through the rest of today and tonight, we can expect further windy weather over parts of the west and the north. And then as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday, potentially stormy in parts of the west and the north. And then we go into Thursday and Friday. It really does change quite dramatically, much lighter winds, and it distinctly calms down. Not only was it stormy yesterday, but it was also very wet too in parts of northern Britain. We still got 2 severe flood warnings in parts of Cumbria and around 30 flood warnings in parts of northern England, Wales and Scotland. The floodline number 0845 988 1188. So that spell of wet and windy weather is all courtesy of this great massive Atlantic cloud shrouding us already. We've already seen some rain in parts of the west and the north, although it's dry over many eastern and central areas. But this wet and windy weather is set to gather itself as we go through the rest of today and tonight across much of Scotland, Cumbria and North Wales. Probably not as bad as yesterday, but still we're going to see gales and gusts up to 70, possibly 80 miles an hour, and the heavy rain is likely to bring further flooding. So through the rest of today, we've got some very wet, very windy weather across many western and northern areas, a little bit drier and less windy across eastern Scotland, down into parts of central and eastern England. Progressively milder as we go through the afternoon, temperatures into double figures. Another problem, it's going to melt that snow over the Scottish Highlands, and that will just add to the heavy rain, causing the possibility of further flooding here. Now, through this evening and tonight, this is where we expect the worst of the winds across parts of Scotland, Cumbria into North Wales, gusts up to 70 to 80 miles an hour. By the end of the night, though, we'll see the winds starting to ease across Scotland and Northern Ireland, turning chillier here with squally showers. Still fairly wet and windy, though, across parts of England and Wales, and pretty mild as well. That rain pushing eastwards across England and Wales in the morning. Brighter, fresher weather coming in behind, a rash of showers, and still pretty windy as well. Those showers tending to peter out, but still across parts of the northwest through the afternoon, and still a little bit of rain left in the southeast. Here, quite mild, elsewhere, much fresher, and it's certainly going to feel much colder in those very strong winds. And then for Tuesday and Wednesday, potentially very stormy for parts of the north and the west, very high winds indeed, and more rain set to bring further flooding problems. So Tuesday, very wet, very windy over many western and northern areas, not so bad in many eastern areas. And we can see that major winter storm moves northwards during Wednesday, still very windy over the north, but this high, settling things down over England and Wales, dry and brighter weather with some sunshine. And we'll see that process moving northwards during Thursday, still very windy in the far north with some showers. And then for many of us on Friday, it's a dry and bright look with some sunshine. So all in all, it's a week of two halves. For the next few days, we're going to see spells of wet and very windy weather, potentially stormy in the north and the west, especially on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then for Thursday and Friday, a lot of us seeing dry and bright weather with some welcome sunshine. That's how the weather's looking at the moment. Bye-bye.